हेलो गाइस, वेलकम टू द कोड कल्चर। लास्ट लेक्चर में हमने देखा हाउ टू प्रिंट सेकंड क्वाड्रेंट राइट एंगल ट्राइंगल। ओके, नाउ विल गो टू द थर्ड एंड फोर्थ quadrant. First we'll see the third quadrant. So this is third quadrant means what? This is the first quadrant, this is the second quadrant, this is the third quadrant, and this is the fourth quadrant. So we are going to print right angle triangle with particular quadrants. So now we'll print this third quadrant right angle triangle. Okay. So similarly, like a previous program, how many loops are required for this pattern? Okay. You know that first for loop is always for number of rows. Okay, so first for loop is always for number of rows. In the second for loop, what I want to print is star or space. So here zero, assume that here 0 spaces are there, here 1 space, here 2 space, here 3 space, and here 4 space. Assume that this dash is nothing but a space. So first for loop is for number of rows, second for loop is for number of space, and third for loop is for number of stars. Okay, so how many for loops are required? 3 for loops are required. So first for loop is for number of rows, second for loop is for number of space, and third for loop is for number of star. So same pattern, in the same manner I am going to print the third quadrant, but the only change is that I am going to change these limits and these limits. All other remaining thing is same, that I am printing. First for loop is for number of rows, second for loop is for number of space, and third for loop is for number of star. After that I am going to the new line. So this pattern is the similar to the previous one, but the only change here that I want to change the range of both the inner loops. So how can I change this? Suppose take I value and j value. I value 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So if value of I is 1, then how many spaces are printed here? So because this for loop is for space, means I value 1, how many spaces are there? 0 space are there. For I value 2, how many spaces are there? For I value 2, only 1 space is there. For I value 3, 2 space. For I value 4, 3 space, and for I value 5, 4 spaces are there. So how can you relate this? Okay, to write a condition in this for loop, where I am going to start? Yes, I will start at obviously 1. Okay, but when I am going to 1 to 1, I am going to 1 to I, means 1 to 1, 1 to 2, 1 to 3. Okay, so this limit is this 1, 2, 3, 1 to 1, 2 to 2 means 1 to I am going. But here I want to go 1 less, that is 1 minus 1 is nothing but 0, 2 minus 1 is nothing but 1. So I am starting from 1 and going up to I minus 1. Okay, so if I want to go up to I minus 1, okay, so I will add plus 1. That is the syntax of range function. I will go up to n plus 1. Okay, now so I am starting here with 1 and I will go up to I minus 1 plus 1. So minus 1 plus 1 will get cancelled. Okay, so I am just taking input from taking range from 1 to I. Okay, so 1 to I means how it will run. So first take, what is the I value? First I value 1. So I will start with 1 and this is also 1. So can I go in the range function 1 to 1? No, because 1 to 1 means this one is nothing but 0 plus 1. So I am going from 1 to 0. Is it possible? No. So this for loop will not repeat at any time. Okay, so how many spaces will print here in this first I value? For the first I value, 0. We are getting our requirement. Okay, after that, what is the I value? I value is 2, that is 1 to 1 plus 1. 1 to 1 plus 1 means we are repeating this only one time. So for I value 2, I am repeating this for loop only once. So for I value 2, I am getting 1 space. Next for I value 3, 1 to 3 means is nothing but 1 to 2 plus 1. Okay, so 1 to 2 plus 1 means what? I am repeating for loop how many times? For 1 and for 2. So 2 times for I. So for I value 3, I am repeating first inner for loop 2 times. So how many spaces will get? 2 spaces. Similarly for 1 to 4, 1 to 3 plus 1, so it will repeat 3 times. So 4 will get 3 times. For 5, similarly for 5 I will get 4 spaces. So in this way I am taking this condition, that is 1 to I. Okay, and we are printing spaces. Now the next for loop, that is second inner for loop, that is for number of stars. Okay, now we will go there. So now tell me, for I value 1, how many stars are there? 5 stars are there. For I value 2, how many stars are there? 4 stars are there. For I value 3, how many stars are there? 3 stars. For I value 4, how many stars are there? 2 stars. And for I value 5, only 1 star is there. So if I want to print this, what is the limit for this for loop? So because in this for loop I am printing the star only, and we are taking this limit for stars. So what is the range of this for j in range? Okay, so for this, assume that I am starting with I, okay, and ending with n plus 1. Okay, how it will come? I comma n plus 1. So what is the first value of I? 1. So I am starting with 1. So I am starting with 1 means I am going up to n plus 1 is nothing but I am going up to n means up to 5. Okay, 6 is nothing but 5 plus 1. So 1 to 5 means how many times our second inner for loop will repeat? 5 times. So how many stars will get print? 5 stars. So in this first for loop I am printing space. So I am printing for I value 1 0 space. After that I am printing 5 stars. So 0 space 5 stars, condition satisfies. Okay. After that I want to go to the new line. So I will just print simple print here. Okay. After that, what is the value of I? Value of I is 2. If value of I is 2, this for loop will repeat only once. So we will get one space, that is this space. After that, what will happen? I will start with 2 and I will go up to 5 plus 1. So I am starting with 2 means what are the j values, possible j values, that is 2, 3, 4 and 5. So how many times this for loop will repeat? 4 times. For the j value 2, 3, 4 and 5. So I will get 4 stars. Okay. After that, next again I value will become 3, 2 spaces are there, for 3 2 spaces are there, and for this for loop I am starting with 3 and going up to 5 plus 1. It means that for j value will be first 3, after that 4 and after that 5. So how many times our for loop will repeat? 3 times. So for I value 3 I will get 3 stars. After that for 4 to I value, suppose I value is 4, I am going to n plus 1, that is 5, that is 5 means what? How many times this for loop will repeat? 2 times, that is for j value 4 and 5 our second inner for loop will repeat, and at last 5 to 5 plus 1 means only for I value 5 our loop will get repeat. So similarly for I value 0, sorry I value 1 I will get this for loop repeated only once. Sorry, for I value 1 minute इथं येतो मी परत इथं फक्त ह्या 5 साठी कर. So for I value 5 I will get 5 only once. So now look here, okay, how all the complete program will work. For I value 1 this program will not repeat any time, so we will get 0 spaces here. After that this for loop will repeat 5 times, from because I am starting with 1 up going up to 5 plus 1 means 1 2 3 4 and 5. So these are the j values, okay, and this is our I value. Okay, so by using this limit we will get second inner for loop will get repeat 5 times. So next for I value 2 this for loop will get repeat only once, then this for loop will get repeat 4 times, so we will get 4 stars. After that for I value 3 we will get 2 spaces 3 stars, for I value 4 3 spaces 2 stars, and for I value 5 we will get 4 spaces and only 1 star, that is this condition. Okay, so this is all about the third quadrant. This is not second quadrant, this is the third quadrant. Okay, now so we know how to print first quadrant, second quadrant, third quadrant. So this is all about third quadrant. Okay, in this video only we are going to the next quadrant, that is third quadrant and fourth quadrant. What is fourth quadrant? This is the first quadrant, this is the second, this is the third, and this is the fourth. So if I want to print this fourth quadrant, what I am doing here is I am just removing this space. What will happen if I remove this space? So these 4 stars will come here. Okay, directly with this 4 star will come here. Okay, only 4 stars are there na. So now for I value 3, this 3 star will come here. What will happen then? We'll get this equation. After that these 2 stars will come here for I value 4, and the last star will come here. So this is nothing but our fourth quadrant. Okay, so this is the equation of fourth quadrant. So what I am doing here, I am just removing spaces from the third quadrant. So indirectly from in the program also, what I want to do is I will just remove this for loop for space. Okay, so if I will shift this here, we will get this fourth quadrant. How can we get this fourth quadrant? If I value is, first thing is how many for loops are required for this? Is there any space? No. Before star? No. So first for loop is for always for number of rows, and second for loop is for number of stars, okay, within the particular for loop. So how will it execute? For I value 1, I am starting from 1 and going up to n plus 1. So all these will get repeated. So for I value 1, I am starting with 1 going up to 5 plus 1 means this for loop will repeat 5 times. So we will get 5 stars. Next for I value 2, I am starting with 2. So ignoring 1. So ignoring 1 means 2 to 5 will get 4 times. For I value 3, I am starting with 3 means I am ignoring 1 and 2. So I will get 3 inner for loop, the value of j is 3, 4 and 5, that is 3, 4, 5, that is 3 times. Value doesn't matter. How many times the for loop is repeating, that only matters, because in that for loop I am just printing star. Okay, I am not printing any value, so that value doesn't matter, that which j value is coming or which I value is coming. Okay, the repetition of time of repetition is the only thing that is concerned here. So next I value 4. So for I value 4, I am starting with 4 going up to 5 plus 1, that is how many times? 2 times we will get star. And for I value 5, 5 to 5 plus 1, that is only once the for loop will repeat and I will get only 1 star. So this is the all about fourth quadrant. So fourth quadrant is nothing but just removing space, that is removing the second for loop, that is first inner for loop, that is for loop is for number of space. Okay, so this is all about third and fourth quadrant. Okay, we will do this both the programs in the Google Colab or Jupyter Notebook. Okay, so let's execute the same program, that is third quadrant. Okay, first take value from user. Okay. Suppose I am taking n as variable, you can take any value from user. So next first for loop is always for number of rows, take that. Okay, the limit for that is n, 1 to n plus 1, because we are taking n rows. Okay, next first in the for loop is for space, that is we already discussed in the theory part, that is 1 comma I, because the required limit is based on that. Okay, next is in that first inner for loop we are printing spaces. After that for the second for loop the range is 1 I comma n plus 1. Okay, and we are printing star there. Okay, and just at last I am printing simply print. Okay, by using this program I can directly print the third quadrant. We'll execute the same. Okay, suppose put any input, suppose 9, we'll get the third quadrant star pattern, that is right angle triangle third quadrant. Okay, now similarly like the previous video, instead of printing star I can print the I value, that is the rows value. Okay, so I can print the same, suppose take 7 here, not here, here, take 7 here. Okay, so we'll get this. Okay, also I can change the I by using j, we'll execute the same, we'll get 9. Okay, we'll get the same answer. Okay, so this is all about the third quadrant, but we have two programs, that is first is third quadrant. If in this program if I remove the second for loop, that is first inner for loop, that is the, if I remove this space, what I am getting is I will get the fourth quadrant. We'll execute the same. Okay, suppose 9, what I am getting is fourth quadrant. Okay, we can do this by using star also. Okay, you know that how to print I and j instead of star, so I will not repeat that again. Sorry, we can print the star by just taking in the string. Okay, we'll execute the same, print 9, so we'll get fourth quadrant. So similarly third and fourth quadrant are the similar, so we just have to remove the spaces from the third quadrant to get fourth quadrant. Okay, so this is all about third and fourth quadrant. Okay, so this is all about all the four quadrants. Okay, in the last two lectures we have seen that first quadrant and second quadrant. In this lecture we just saw how to print third quadrant as well as how to print fourth quadrant. Okay, so अगर आपको ये सारे वीडियोस हमारे पैटर्न प्रिंटिंग के अगर पसंद आए तो हमारे पेज को लाइक कीजिए, शेयर कीजिए और सब्सक्राइब कीजिए. ओके, अगर आपको और किसी पैटर्न में अगर डाउट है तो जस्ट कमेंट कीजिए, तो सो दैट वी कैन क्रिएट अ न्यू वीडियो ऑन दैट पैटर्न आल्सो. ओके, थैंक यू.